to the National Football League. Brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, Richardson. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. He's tackled at the 20-yard line. To pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. A short game there to about the 22. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be taken down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on...
And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Goodson. Touchdown, Lions. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He gets it to go, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Love to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Second and 7. On play action, Love. He'll get... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Good work to get the first down, and Greg, maybe good fortune that they're able to keep possession after the fumble.
And I know where his mind is, Mike. He's so focused on getting that first down, which he does a great job getting, but it can't come at the expense of protecting the ball. Now, in this case, he's very fortunate. He loses the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds.
A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or
that's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, faking the give. Now he'll run it. And he will score. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Detroit. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Finding room to the 20. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
First down goal at the 5-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. On the bootleg, it's Love. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you got to come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
On third and goal, they'll run for it. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain, and now it's fourth and goal. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. No issues there. This one is good. And the Raiders get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Richardson operating from the pistol. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. The extra point is good. And the Lions move out to a 21-3 advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. Here's Love to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Third and 6. Throwing is Love. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Love to throw it on first down. Pass right side to Downs. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now, timeout Vegas. That is their second. The clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Love. Now he'll air one out. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's Love. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The extra point, up and good. And the Raiders get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
Their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. To throw is Love. That one into the hands of Downs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. He's got his man. That's down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. First down, Vegas. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Throwing, Richardson. Going for it all. That's caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now a give up the middle. And the Lions have a 1st and goal forthcoming. Takes this down to the 5-yard line. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here now, 2nd down and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. And Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Lions. The extra point is good. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Love. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Lions 28, Raiders 35.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Richardson. He runs with it. And with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a run on first down. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tyler Goodson. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On play action, Love. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll lead to a second down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here comes third and 6. Tight end going in motion here. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll go right and find his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On second down, Love. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He'll try the right side this time. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So second down, and they'll run it. And a good run there on second down. They'll pick up 7. It'll bring up third and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And that is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
They'll try and run for it. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offense.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down, but tries to make this play extended and takes a big loss.
Trying to make a play out of the pocket, couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw is Love. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's going to take a shot down the field. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have...
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They send the tight end in motion. Now, faking the give, again, working deep downfield.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Love to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more